we must have the great courage to keep on imagining the dream of the divine for the earth. The dream of the divine for a planet that thrives in justice, in solidarity, in peace.
My name is Andrew Harvey, and I'm sitting here with my great friend Chris Saade, and we are going to explore his extraordinary vision of second wave spirituality, very dear to my heart and very linked with the enterprise of sacred activism. What is second wave spirituality? What is it for you?
Second wave spirituality is a term that I have given to this spontaneous and global emergence of spirituality in action, of love in response to the crisis of the world, something we are seeing all over the world. People who are spiritual realizing that they need to passionately and from their heart respond to the ecological crisis, respond to the economic very dire crisis, respond to the spread of violence and wars, and they are getting engaged. They're getting engaged in non-profits, they're getting engaged in getting together and working in their community or a global level. People in their own tradition, in their own culture, in their own way, if it's a Buddhist approach or Christian approach or a Jewish approach, but taking this idea of responding to the world and letting their spirituality transform into transformative social action. First of all, second wave spirituality is not something we would like to see, or it's a good idea, or we need to see. It is something that is erupting in the world, especially in the last 12 years. Especially in the last 12 years. We have seen an eruption in the world. The good news is that every one of us is part and parcel of this global movement that has no leadership and no dogma, but a global spiritual movement that is arising in response to the crisis. So you see that? It's like forces from everywhere coming together to unleash, and I want you to get the picture, forces like estuaries and big rivers and small rivers all coming together. It's been a huge preparation for this movement. And now it's exploding. For the first time, these four came together. And now we see them in one consciousness. Free the heart and the spirit, stand in global solidarity, include all different religions and spiritualities, and unify opposites in one big riverbed. And that is second wave spirituality. And what is fascinating, that second wave spirituality is not only happening in the world, it's happening in your body. Your body is hungering for that coming of all of it. We are seeing more and more and more fierce hunger and fierce longing like we have never seen before. No, that something huge is happening in the planet that gives us a possibility, if we identify with it, support it, recognize ourselves not just as individual, isolated people trying to love, but as part of an outpouring of the love of the Divine Mother coming through the earth and arising in the bodies of people in Australia and America and Canada and the Middle East and Africa, and something from the earth arising in us to say we are one. And one of the great joys is to realize that you and I have the incredible epic privilege of being part of one of, I would say, the greatest movement ever born in history. And that we are participating. If that doesn't give us joy, every day just stand up and say, I am part, I will be remembered in the heart of the divine and in people's mind. Those who know about you are remembered as one of the precursors of this new reformation, this second wave spirituality. So second wave spirituality is saying, you know what our dream is? It is the dream of the divine for our earth. Second wave spirituality is saying, the dream of the divine is our dream. And we will love for it, we will take a stand for it, because it is the dream of the divine that lives in our body.